Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmate. I am the last reporter, which is the chapter 30, and my topic is about handling pupil response. Handling pupil response. Handling pupil response is the way teacher act when students give answer in class. It includes things like giving feedback, praising good work, and helping students understand better. So the handling pupil responses is just what the teacher do when the student will going to answer questions inside the class. So it's all about on how the teacher will going to handle or will going to react on what the student will going to say. So we have the six types of handling the pupil's response. First, we have the providing feedback on the correctness or incorrectness of a response. This means telling people if their answer is right or wrong. It helps them know what they did well and what they need to fix. So it is when the teacher will going to tell the student if their answer is right or wrong. It will going to let the kids to know if they did a good job or they need to fix something or they need to work on more to become better. Just like for example in what example is when the teacher will going to ask the student if 2 plus 3, and then the students will going to answer 5. So the teacher will going to say that that's correct and you added the numbers right. So and then if the student will going to answer 6, and that's the time that the teacher will going to say so class, your answer is wrong, so now let's going to count. Let's count from 2 plus 3. So they're going to count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's the time that the teacher will going to say is that the right answer is 5, and the teacher will going to say it in a nice way so that the student will not feel shy. Second is giving appropriate praise to high quality responses. This is when you tell pupils they did a great job because their answer is good. It makes them feel happy and motivated to keep doing well. So appropriate praise means you're telling your students that they did well because their answer is really good, and it's not just saying good job for no clear reason, wherein you're going to explain them on where part they did a good job. So it makes them feel more proud and confident. So in that way, then in the next questions, the student will not feel shy and will still going to cooperate during your class. Just like for example, if the teacher will going to ask tell me one way to be kind to a friend, then the student will going to say that you can listen to them when they are sad. So the teacher might say that that's such a good that's such a good thoughtful response. Listening to your friend when they are sad is a very kind thing to do. So you really need to explain to your student on how they did a great job. In that way they will know if where did they lack. Or so third, we have the making follow-up questions. This means asking more questions after a pupil give an answer. So it helps them to think deeper and share more about what they know. So it's like so the follow-up questions are the extra questions teachers ask after student give an answer. They help the kids think more carefully and then tell more about what they know. So just like for example, if a student say the sky is blue, then the teacher will going to ask "Oh, that's right. Why do you think the sky looks blue?" So that's an example of the follow-up questions, wherein if the student will going the teacher will going to ask and the student will going to answer, then the teacher will still going to give another questions um for the student to gain more knowledge. Next, the fourth, we have the rephrasing the seemingly unclear questions. This is when you say a confusing question in a simpler words. It helps people understand what is being asked so they can give a good answer. So this is when a teacher takes questions that's hard to understand and say it in an easier way, so that teacher helps kids to know exactly what they being asked so they can give a good answer. So fifth, we have the showing nonverbal encouragement. So this means using body language to tell pupils you support them. Things like smiling, nodding, or giving a thumbs up. Let them know you are listening and happy with their effort. So the nonverbal encouragement are the ways the teachers show that they care without speaking. So they use their body to tell kids they are listening and what they are glad they're glad that the kid tried their best to answer. So example of this is like the giving a thumbs up to the student for in that way that the student will not feel nervous when participating in the class. Lastly, we have the number six, encourage learners to ask questions. This is when you tell pupils it's okay to ask if they don't understand something. It helps them learn better and feel brave to share what they are confused about. So it is when a teacher will let the student know if it's fine to ask like why or what does that that sentence means. So if they don't get if they don't get something, it can help them learn more and feel brave enough to say when they are confused. So for in conclusion, handling pupil response is very important for teachers. So by telling them if their answer is right or wrong, praising them what they do well, asking more questions, making hard question easier for them to understand quickly, using body language to encourage them, and letting them ask their own questions. Teachers can help the student learn better and feel brave in this kind of way of learning. All these things work together to make a happy and helpful classroom where the student can do their best and feel comfortable around their teachers and classmates. So it is really a good um, example if the teachers will going to use this kind of a strategy, for in that way the student will the classroom environment will be more engaging when it comes to learning. So that's it for my report.